What's up, babe? Yeah, well, probably don't want to see this, but I love you. Love you. Love you with all my heart. Trying not to cry, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, I just thought of random memories. So, shit, we live almost every day together, so it's not much I could tell you, but I'll just bring up some stuff that you already know. Plus, you have a good memory too, just like me. Or probably memory is probably better than mine. I don't know for sure. I don't know how we could test that shit, but I know you remember at least 90% of the stuff we've done. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning, before we even met. And like you said, like for what, like 2 years? We started like 2014, and we started talking till 2016. I knew you as the two Romanian girls. I knew you as the tall one, and there was a short Alina. Tall Romanian and short Romanian. And yeah. And then when Steve planted the idea inside of my head that you were lesbian, I was like, well, that makes sense now, you know? It's just, and I seen your little picture on Facebook with you holding that other girl. I think I just finished scuba diving. I was like, oh, yeah, that's her girlfriend. She's the one who admitted it. But yeah, anyway, let's see, I'm trying to think of memories before we met. Before we started, nah, nothing really. Just a lot of hellos and not a lot, like one or two hellos and some good mornings, and that was about it. But yeah, I remember seeing you and Alina. Well, yeah, that's kind of. No, it's kind of whatever. You know, I'm gonna over-explain stuff. You know me. Uh, I seen you and little Alina in pre-shift, and shift man introduced y'all, and I said y'all was from Romania. Of course, I knew where Romania was. My little dumbass learned all this stuff at 10 years old. Yeah, and then that still led to nothing. But I do remember the first, y'all first day. I did joke with little Alina during the Pygal class, and I said I'm going to go on a date with the big Alina, and she was like, "Good luck with that." So that was before we had our first conversation. But to be honest, I could give our whole credit to Sporkle. I don't know if I ever told you this. This may be something you didn't know. So I used to do. I had Sporkle before we met, and one of the quizzes was name all the countries in Europe that start with Y, and I got them because my dumb ass still believe it's Vatican City, not the Vatican, and so I remember that quiz, and so when I was dealing, I was like. Let me see. I'm gonna give it something because Another time that heard about you was through Kyle, of course. Well, you knew that part. When he said that tall Alina is smart, and of course, like my mentor dude, he has to see for himself. You know, I just don't go off a word of somebody's just smart, and so that's why that was one of the. So my mentor and Sporkle was one of the big reasons why we started talking because I had to see for myself, and yeah, you caught hell on that podium. Behind that, I was on forecourt. Yeah, because you also tried to correct me on the way I was pulling my cards, but Miss Perfect Manual employee. Yeah, but you end up writing like all the countries in like Europe, and you're just like, no. There's not another one, whatever like that. It's like, you're missing one. And yeah, of course you thought I was a freaking idiot. This little boy doesn't know. But did I get? Yeah. After that, that's when you gave me the little liar truth thing, and once you gave it to me, I went inside the break room. I just kept because I don't like letting shit go. Just kept going over the side of my head, over the side of my head. I'll come up with like 4 or 5 different solutions, and all of them had flaws to them. And then I'll come up with like 4 or 5 more solutions, and they had flaws to them. I was like, nah, there's got to be a way to figure this out. Someone always lies. Someone always tell the truth. Is in the structure, so I can definitely do this. And that's when I came up with the it's the guardian of my house, a liar. And if it's no, you go straight. If it's yes, you choose the opposite side. And it works on both sides every single time. And I was like, I got it. So I'm about to show her little ass that she probably don't think I could solve logical puzzles. She probably just think I memorized a whole bunch of stuff. And that's why I knew all the little dumb countries or whatever like that. But she probably don't think I could figure out stuff. And I'm about to show her. And of course, I bring you the answer. Perfect answer, dude. She kept rejecting it. Go. After pre-shift. After pre-shift, we're walking down the hallway. I give it to you again. It was the whole next day. And nope, that's not correct. Because you only want to stick with the one answer you know. And then I was on 412, and you're on 409, of course, dead. Dana was that's funny, because Dana was the floor, and that was the person that you were going to leave with to show whatever you need to show after the after work. And I told Dana to tell you, did you figure it out yet? And not did you figure out, do you see my logic yet? And you still rejected it. And I was like, damn, she's just not bright enough to understand how complex my thing came up with. As a joke, you know. And then, of course, after work, me being Jared, well, you know me now, I can't let shit go, so we argued in the parking lot, and I know your stubborn ass now, and you argued in the parking lot. And then, Dana was on her stuff. Wherever y'all had to go to, like Farmers Market, I don't know what it was. And so we ended up exchanging numbers, and yeah, it was just crazy that at that exact time, Linda was staying in my house for that weekend, I want to say. Yeah, whatever day it was. She was staying like 2 or 3 days for her little one time of the month we do our visit thing, and and of course you freaking called me because you like conversations. And I was like, oh, shit. I said, I want to talk to her so bad so I could get my freaking point across. But I can't have Linda inside this bullshit. So she was sitting inside the living room on that little white thing that faces the 3 back windows. And, of course, I went outside to my truck to act like I was getting something. I sat outside the truck and I talked to you the whole time. And then eventually, still didn't see my point. I had to freaking draw out that illustration. I still have that illustration. Took a picture of it and I texted to you, and he was like, that might work, but that's not the best, or whatever it says, not the best answer. The best answer is if this, like, oh my god, it's a freaking answer. There's more ways to solve things. That's how I learned from school when I was learning algebra. Multiple ways to solve something. Find the one that best fits you, you know. And the conversation started during then. And then, of course, the phone conversation after bringing my sexy lips. And you came over to watch Da Vinci Code. And, I had an amazing night watching that. Even though it was a whole argument at the end of the night, nothing can end well with you, Jesus Christ. So... I was like, oh, we probably won't talk again, you know? And then, luckily you stuck with me. And, because none of this could happen. And we became good, pretty close, I guess. Exchanging ideas, that was our favorite thing to do, because I didn't have many people to share my ideas with. A lot of people didn't understand, whatever. But thank you for being that person for me. And being beautiful and smart at the same time. But then we started going to bingo, and then you eventually went on your cruise. So we had like a gap in time of talking, and then oh, of course, yeah. After you came back from your cruise, we had our freaking 4 a.m. in the morning, man, arguing about the crazy ass noetic science, saying the soul has a weight. I go ahead. Didn't even believe in the soul. First of all, and second of all, even if it did exist, I didn't believe it had a freaking weight to it. And then when I researched the person you spoke about, that's supposed to have all these freaking numbers, come to find out all his stuff was bullshit. And so I was like, oh, this little girl here, man. I mean, I'll argue with you if we're on the same page, but I can't argue with you with some fantasy stuff. I just can't. But yeah, we eventually got that smoothed out. I just wanted to go to sleep. But after that, I think a little small things. When we all went to, it was getting closer towards the winter time, and then, and of course, Anna, her sister, Derek, Chase, and I all would go play tennis at that third ward, whatever you call that thing. And of course, I beat you. Nothing. No, I was fighting my ass off on that tennis match. I was like, man, I cannot let her beat me, man. I was sorry. I have no heart muscle, so I was getting exhausted. Luckily, I was able to finish it, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go cry in the car for not being able to breathe. Then we went on our Mexico City trip. Oh, it was so random. I remember I was I want to say Pit 4 when I asked you. No, not 100% sure. I was like, hey, you want to go to Mexico City? I'm like, yeah. And so, get to the freaking airport, and you're like, did you choose me to go to Mexico City with you because I can speak Spanish? It's like, dude, that even crossed my mind. I literally was gonna go there, fly there, stay in the airport hotel, get a cab to whatever I needed to get, and then get a cab back, and then catch my flight and leave. That was it. I didn't need to know no freaking English. Just a basic ass question I could have typed into my phone, and had it translate. But yeah, no, it wasn't because of you speak Spanish. But I mean, I'm happy that you came with me. Of course, the bus ride. My bad for. I don't take much. I don't have much responsibility. I'm not that responsible. Put it that way. Yeah, you left me with all that important stuff, and then left on the freaking bus, and had to get the freaking cop to go chase the bus down. And then the gratuity, wanted the freaking tip and shit. Yeah, I'm just happy we got all that stuff back because we would have been trapped in freaking Mexico City. But yeah, only one thing I regret about that trip was that I didn't get to see the nightlife. Somebody told me go look out the window. I was like, that's not the nightlife. Yeah, that's a huge freaking city, man. Like, so many things we missed just on the ride back to the airport, passing all those things like that beautiful park. And we seen those wedding dresses. Man, all those people that was living under that bridge. Yeah, of course on the flight home, nighttime, seeing the freaking lights endlessly. It was like the whole curvature of the world was freaking lit up by Mexico City and lights. Yeah, and I think that was like the first time I really wanted to tell you that I love you, even though it was really soon and it wasn't dating, but I just wanted to tell you that. And what you said? I said, you love me? You said, yeah. Like the first day I met you. That's like a joke or whatever. And then, yeah, we made it back home safely. Oh shit, I can't. What's that? Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, I'm skipping over Hotel Milan, man. That's and all the David statues. Yeah. I see the whole thing inside of my head. We were walking down the street, just go to that little trade house for money. Those three Mexican guys that was staring at me because my body that was doing like construction at the end of the road. Yeah, I really like Hotel Milan, and we should have paid the extra $6 or $10 to get the suite. It was like $35 or something like that, and then it was like pay extra, you get a suite, and luckily, yeah, I want to say it was a cool night, so we didn't really stress out the not having AC. Yeah, but yeah, I love hotel. Hotel Milan. It's our freaking Wi-Fi thing now. Um, After that trip, back to work, hiding all our stuff from everyone, stuff for like Willie and oh yeah, after work, one time we went to I can't say exactly, but it was Marshall or Ross, probably Ross, and I made you spend like 3 hours in freaking Ross or Marshalls, whichever one it is, debating on the freaking blue blanket. Uh, but we love that little that little stupid blanket. I wonder where's that now. To be honest, then we had a little. We took another little small trip to Kashada, and that's probably the most quiet you've ever been in your life inside of a car, unless you was asleep. Like when we come back from flights on the ride home, because I said I gave you the quiz. A country that rhymes with itself, and you can't talk unless you figure it out. Boy, it was killing you, man. And I seen you suffering. Ended up being Hong Kong, whatever. But yeah, that night at Kashada, well, yeah, splitting up our stuff, putting $5 on 15 to come in between us instead of the number 31 that added us together. But it was still a fun night because I think we both won like 100 on was it Baccarat? Yeah, and then of course the fun day is going back to one of the reasons why we really met when we were playing Sporkle in the backyard. I love those days. Like truly love those days. Just relaxing, man. Well, I think we had like an air mattress or something like that, and we'll just sit in the backyard, relax, play. Are you smarter than a college student? And then we finished them all, and then I think we scored like 80% all of them. I mean, some of them were redone, whatever like that, but we scored really well. All the movies we watched, but it's funny that one time we watched whatever movie we watched. I want to say it's probably like one of the Star Wars. I can't say 100% right now. I can find it, but you already know me. I'll probably take like 20 or 30 minutes going through every single movie we watch and then come up with the solution. I don't feel like going through it. But yeah, when we left the movie theater, somehow freaking Miss Pat was there like 1 in the freaking morning and seeing us together. Not only we seen a coworker, we seen a coworker that was old out at 1 a.m. and one with a big mouth. Jesus Christ, man. Those odds all coming together. It's crazy. We had a little small project. You helped me move the sensors in the garage. And I think that was the same day I got inside the mail the key to is that the day? It's one of those days. I think that was the day I got the key back from Linda when we fixed those garage sensors. She had mailed them back. Oh shit. Yeah, that was one of my biggest mistakes. I offered you to go eat at Pizza Artista, whatever the fuck you wanna Artista, whatever that place was inside the mall. And I'm like, oh man, that'd be cool. We go on a little date, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we go on a date, laugh, joke, do our little education thing, enjoyed our pizza. It's like, oh man, I had a good time. Well, hey, can you help me with something? What? I need to dig a trench. Fuck. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little quick thing. You know, we're gonna go from the backyard to the front yard. Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. I thought you'd get rewards for taking somebody on a date. Man, you tortured my ass. I mean, we had fun, I guess. Yeah, we dug that freaking trench, man. Pretty sure there was a lot easier way to do that, but it looked cool to me. Um, when we started watching The Budgeteers on YouTube and finding out Tijuana isn't all as bad as we thought it was, you know? And we took that flight out to San Diego and talking to the like security guys for the train, and then we stopped off in that. Oh yeah, because we didn't want to walk inside Tijuana at nighttime, so we stopped off at that creepy hotel. I didn't know we was gonna make it out that thing alive. And we end up walking like across the street because it was like the parking lot. Then it was like grass, and it was like this busy street. And across the street, went to that gas station and got like a whole bunch of little stuff, whatever, like that. And then we came back, and then we caught the train all the way to Tijuana. Uh, yeah, I want to say shit. I know in Mexico City we had to walk at least about 40 miles. Tijuana, we walked like another like 20 or 30 miles because we went to we had talked to that cab driver, and we're like, we're going here, and it was probably only like 5 miles away or something from our location that we already walked like 35 miles to, 25 miles to. And he tried to charge us some ridiculous amount. I was like, whatever, dude. Keep going. And so, yeah. We, was that? Hold on. I'm connecting thoughts inside of my head. Uh, man, like, Tijuana and Mexico City blends in together. I know we walked, and but luckily we walked because we ended up finding the food truck, and you were like, whatever kind of food you got. I was like, man, just give me the basic bitch shit, fucking the chicken quesadilla, and oh my god, that thing loaded with like vegetables, meat, cheese. Yeah, I only got to eat half of mine. Uh, Yeah, freaking Alina wants to take half of my goddamn quesadilla. Uh, but yeah, it was like four pieces they cut it into, and I was like, okay, I'll let her try this. So she really don't like this one. Yeah, it ended up being 2 pieces. Yeah, happily we found that truck though, and then we ended up making it to the hotel. We went go walk to the market area. Well, shit, we did. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Tijuana was the longest walk because we walked all the way down to the beach, the water area, and then started walking all the way back. Yeah, no, the cab dude I want to say was in yeah, man, they blend like all my memories just trapped into one thing. Like, anyway, yeah, I'll just give the basic part. I ain't even try to go into detail right now. Um, But yeah, I do remember walking all the way down to the beach and walking back. So I was wearing that white and black long sleeve t-shirt with some cargo shorts, and yeah, um, I'm trying to think of the things that happened in Tijuana. I know you'll probably remember more about it than I did. Uh, if I think of something, I'll come back to Tijuana. Um, then after that, oh, I left you the sweet message before work on the bathroom mirror, and I thought it was like, okay, you just wipe this thing off, whatever, like that, but it remained there, like like a year later. Like you could still see it when the window will fog up. The message would show up. I think I was like Alina sexy. I love Alina with your sexy ass, something like that, like art. And I'm pretty sure the new owners probably see it too. They probably got out the shower one day and looked and was like, "What does this say? Who is Alina?" Um, yeah. Then we finally told Miss Susan about us dating. Oh God, that so much went back and forth. Um, but oh, thanks for showing me about the stuffed avocados at Rosita's. Man, I'm hungry right now. I wish I had a freaking. All this stuff is unprofessional as fuck. So don't think I don't like have this structured thing I'm gonna just talk about like straight to you. No, I'm fucking hungry right now. He's sleeping. Um, I gotta wake up at 1:10. I don't even know what time it is right now because I'm hitting record, and I just hope it's not 1:10. Because I know you'll go through all your alarms. Um, but I will make you coffee today. I forgot to do it yesterday. My bad. But we're gonna get some cuddle time before you go to work. Let's see. Oh, our little fun days. Jesus Christ, forgot about that. I didn't forget about those. Um, Maybe I didn't miss those. Our wing nights on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's so crazy. It's us. Because you're just like me. Like, shit. I'm thinking about crying, but I'm not going to cry. Let me gather myself. It's happy memories. Okay. Uh, that was shopping. Okay. So you're just like me. Like you start with something small, and then you keep increasing to see how great it becomes. We started just getting like wings on Tuesdays, and then we're like, we should add a salad to this, and then we started like a basic ass salad. And we'll get like from Kroger's or something like that. And then next thing we started adding like crab meat, and then we started adding like the little the little pepper things that you get from like Chick-fil-A or something like that. Uh, those things became so extravagant. Like we was having like a freaking like king's feast just on some freaking based off some wings. Um, Let me see. What else happened? What do they have? Avocado ranch. I want to say it's avocado ranch. That maybe it is, maybe it's not. I feel like it's avocado ranch. That's the first thing that's coming to my head right now. It might correct itself later, but yeah, some good ass sauce. Um, And then of course, oh my God, the infamous night on does a straw has one hole or two holes? That should have been the most. That should have been the easiest thing just to have a fun time talking about. Turn into this whole freaking heated argument, and you end up leaving. But I still stick with my answer, bro. A straw only has one hole, so you can't have two holes. I mean, you want to argue with yourself like you normally do. I think it's cute. Uh, you can do that right now. um, and then of course the other infamous night when you kidnap, another infamous morning when you kidnapped my ass after work. I was like, just let me out of the car. I just want to go to my truck and go home and sleep. Doors locked. Next thing you know, we passing up freaking red lights. Of course, me with my freaking memory. Vanilla Sky is going through my freaking brain. We're about to fall off the bridge like he did. I'm about to get paralyzed. You're about to die. Like Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. And yeah, speeding on that. I had to break. I had to start crying, man. I was like, man, this is maybe she'll see my tears and I get to go back to my truck safely, you know, because this doesn't look like it'll end well. And he brought me back to my truck, and then of course we ended up breaking up. All those whole stupid situations happened. But I did have a lot of fun before we got back together, and of course that gets old. It only lasts a summer. Then I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, all these females that I talked to, none of these females can add up to Alina. And so eventually I had to try to wiggle my way back. And then when I came back, you started learning Greek mythology. Thank you for that. I really love Greek mythology. Like, everything I read was nonfiction. And so I have to memorize all the facts and all the things inside of there, and until my brain would hurt, and then I have to stop. And then I said, man, let me give me a nonfiction book, and I picked Greek mythology. I mean, let me get a fiction book, and I picked Greek mythology. And my brain was like, I can read and have fun. I was reading that book so much. I would lay where those three windows were inside the back, the white thing there, and I would lay with my head over it, and I would just flip it, and I would just read. And I would read so much until I would fall asleep, and I would wake up, and I would just start reading again. And so, yeah, that was a very special moment learning Greek mythology, and for you to share that with you was amazing. For me, I know you probably heard what the fuck I said. Learning Greek mythology was one of the happiest times of my life, and you learning that and letting me share that with you was amazing. And then of course our other big trip to Colombia. That one, I love that trip, but I'm still trying to figure out why we chose Colombia. We could have went anywhere in the world. Sorry for the other times, like in 2017, 2018, whatever. All the times I didn't go to Romania with you. I just wasn't ready yet. But yeah, I went to Colombia and got off the plane, jumped inside the cab, and of course his tire blew out or something like that. I want to say his tire blew out. And we were standing in the middle of that busy intersection, cars just whipping by like 60, 70 miles per hour. And it was freaking cold, man. But then he sent another cab to come get us and took us to the wrong hotel. And then eventually we made it to the correct hotel, and Hotel Cosmos, I want to say it was. Yeah. Just shake your head, yeah. And then really nice hotel. And then woke us out in the morning. We had that little breakfast thing. Um, and we wanted to go to the mall, but we couldn't make it to the mall because those students were holding a protest during that time, and some of the roads are blocked off. I wonder if that thing ever got settled. But yeah, then we ended up driving all the way to that little like flea market type thing that was like way in the middle of freaking nowhere. I remember my cab driver had like on some black gloves. I don't know. Maybe it was a germaphobe. But yeah, we ate that. We went to that restaurant, not restaurant. Yeah, the restaurant, and we walked all the way to the back, and had like that red. I want to say like a red sauce or red meat, something like really red inside of my head that they had there, and to the to the left of us, they was having that like a costume type party thing. You remember? Yeah, no. Had a whole bunch of people. It's like 40 or 50 people. And they were going inside like this building type thing, and they were all dressed up inside like these costumes or whatnot. Um, what else? Oh, we walked the night, and we ended up going inside that like an ice cream place, ice cream, and that's that's when I made the little statement that you made me freaking repeat. I'm pretty sure there's a video somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's in my phone somewhere. And he was like, Janet, I haven't eaten in 2 hours. I'm starving to death. Yeah, I love that moment. Mm. What else happened in Colombia? Not that I can think of right now. Well, of course, we, us being us. Oh, the Tijuana thing. We woke up. My bad. I'm going back to Tijuana. We woke up extra early to go to the taco truck, and they wasn't open yet. They was still preparing for it. Yeah, the only time we've ever been early to anything. Uh, and then back in Colombia, how they we finally was able to get to go to the mall, and how people is on Columbia time. It's like we talked inside the big old spiral building. It was like, what time the I want to say like a bank wanted to trade some money or something like that. And it was like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock came. 9:15 came. Like 9:20, 9:35 came. Nobody. People just started walking. They walking to their businesses. They was doing their thing on their own time. They ended up going to the to the mall, and they had the ice cream chick, and the mall was wide open. And it was like, we would like to get a. She was like, oh, we're not open yet. I know it says 10 o'clock. I know it's 11 o'clock right now, but we still setting up our stuff, you know. I love that little country, that little city. I don't know if the whole country's like that, but for sure Bogota's on their own time. It was like nobody was stressing. It wasn't like people was waiting in line like, oh my God, you're not open yet. It's kind of like an understood thing. Yeah, they open when they want to open. But yeah, on the flight back, of course, we late. That's what made me think about we was early to the taco truck, but late and missing the flight in Colombia. We stayed in a freaking gift store for like 30 or 40 minutes. And then they had the freaking customs. We had to wait there. Man, one weird thing. Like, we made it to the front of customs or whatever, the little place we was at. I looked to the back. And had a chick, a white chick, like a heavy set white chick in the back. And she was wearing a gold and blue McNeese hoodie. I don't know how this little white girl ended up in Colombia. I don't know. Maybe it was like a school trip, and she was the only one wearing the McNeese shirt. But yeah, she was from Lake Charles. I mean, went to school in Lake Charles, you know. Because I'm pretty sure nobody from any other state just ran like, man, I want a McNeese sweater, whatever. But cool that we missed that flight though, because let's go through all the back hallways. Talk to the people to renew the flight for the next time, whatever, like that. And there was a black guy that was also missed the flight as well, because there was like 4 or 5 of us back there. And he had actually opened up a boutique in Colombia, and he also had a boutique in Brazil in the favelas. I don't know why I brought that up, but that just popped out of my head. But yeah, we ended up leaving, and then we ended up going to the Hooters there, and to our freaking Texas de Brazil in freaking Colombia. That's awesome, dude. And then we went to the Oro Museo Oro, whatever, the Gold Museum. I ain't about to try to roll some freaking R's. I know it's like ORO or something like that. And yeah, we got to go to the bottom to the slave ship thing. It made you cry. And I actually got to see a Manila, like the thing that they sold the slaves for. Because Lupe Fiasco made a whole album, had a whole song on just the Manilas. Stayed at that. Oh, you say they went back to our new hotel that was closer towards the airport, and they had that Asian guy there. Couldn't speak a lick of Spanish, man. All he had was like a little bullshit map, trying his hardest to communicate with the person at the hotel front desk. I want to say that's when you met the Colombian chick who spoke like really fast Spanish, and you said, "Man, I'm understanding like 80% of the things that she's saying." Because something was wrong with our hotel room, and we needed her to switch it or something like that. Trying to think of something happened after. Still trying to think of Colombia. Oh, the cab driver. The cab driver trying to scam us. He was so adamant about, oh, you put inside the scanner. Nah, bro, we'll give you some freaking cash, bro. We ain't about to have us at $0 by the time we make it back to the United States. And then who we gonna say the cab driver guys? Which cab driver? I don't know. Just a cab driver. There's millions of those freaking people. And that was when we had our was that, yeah, I want to say that's when we had our first class flight. First class on Spirit. We could kick our little feet up. Yeah. Yeah, you were in that like that black leather jacket. We have a picture together holding up the number 1. I'll go back to Colombia if I remember something for Colombia. Also, when he gave freaking, I ain't gonna say no names, your roommate, that niacin pill. So I wish I was there. Oh, man. You just explained how horrible it was. Whatever. Oh, man. I know I can cycle through a lot of movies that we watch, but off the top of my head, one of my favorite movies, the most intimate movie I figured we watched together was Life Itself. And it was just real. I don't know. It was like no start, no beginning. It was just kind of there. I don't know. I love that. I love that freaking movie. He also played. I want to say the same guy that played in Life Itself was the same guy that played inside that TV series that we watch, Scenes from a Marriage. I also love that little series too, man. If you remember that one, just Google it and it'll come straight back to your head. I want to say they were the same actors, not 100% sure. The same guy. Dude from the coffee shop. Shot his yeah, that movie meant a lot to me, and I'm happy we shared that together. I also remember we went to freaking go see freaking Beauty and the Beast. Within like the first like 15, 20 minutes, kept doing that freaking musical. We both were like, let's fucking go. Bro, that's like the first movie and probably the last movie inside my life that I went inside and literally left the theater. Like if I paid the money to watch a movie, I used to stick and try to force myself to like it. I just couldn't do a freaking musical, man. Oh, that's why I had fun teaching you about the guys. The POF, your oblivious ass. If someone tells you you're beautiful, that is the ultimate compliment. And then I showed you. Every morning, that little chick was getting like 50 messages from like 50 different guys. Good morning, beautiful. Hey, beautiful. They know the shit works. So they gonna freaking use it. Don't be one of them people that fall for this stuff, you know? You are beautiful, but they're just saying that to try to smash. But eventually it kind of went through your skull, you know? That it's all just a game to them. But it was, some of them was super funny, man. Especially the little Hispanic guy who was like, yes. And I said, I'm gonna say the dumbest shit, and I promise you, he's gonna agree with it. I said, I really love going to the park and blowing bubbles. Will you come to the park and blow bubbles with me? He was like, yeah, I would love to come to the park and blow bubbles with you. Because inside out of his head, he was like, I'll probably get a blowjob, just blow some freaking bubbles for a little while. And then the black guy who said, we was like, we really like smart guy. It's like, I really love smart guys. Are you smart? He was like, yeah. We asked him a question about like the light being on only one side of the earth. Why doesn't the other side of the earth freeze? It's, oh God. Yeah. Oh, that one Hispanic guy we got who was saying we were with our like 15 or 14-year-old sister, and he actually drove to go meet on the country club point apartments, and we seen his his car sitting there waiting for it like a fucking idiot. One of our biggest projects. So fun, man. Changing that side mirror. And good thing you're good with your hands, because I wasn't, man. And when I wanted to quit, you pushed me through. I was like, I don't know. We got to take apart this. We got to take apart. He's like, let's just start. So we started, and we got that thing on. Still today. All we need is a freaking YouTube video. Make you feel like you're a freaking professional mechanic. I love that little quick trip to Cinnabon. Then we ate at the rainforest afterwards. Went to the beach in Galveston. My bad, I didn't get on all the rides with you. I'm just not a ride guy. Me, I just want to chill in the wave pool, see a few cheeks. I'm happy, man. I don't need to have my heart pounding the whole time. But yeah. Pretty sure we had like a little small argument, so I wouldn't get on the freaking rides with you. For my near my birthday, we took the quick trip to Houston, and we saw all those pictures inside the museum. That was nice. I love museums, and there's some beautiful artwork at that museum. I also remember I couldn't find my passport. For my first little flight to first time I was going to Romania, and you came over and you found it. Of course, I don't pay attention to stuff. I'm the type of person, if I see something, I'm like, I probably won't use this for another few years. Let me just toss this in here. So I don't even think like I'm gonna need this one day. So my brain doesn't even click to even try to remember where it's at. But thank you for finding that. It just sucked, man, because I had that, and you told me, you said, Jared, just go to a clinic. I had bronchitis. You said, you probably have bronchitis. I was like, no, I'm just coughing. It'll go away. And I didn't listen to you. And Of course, coughing that whole thing, coughing my freaking lungs. I was coughing so much I couldn't even freaking sleep at night. Man, that trip would have been so much more enjoyable. I mean, we went the other times, to make up for that one. But yeah, and everybody's so helpful, man. From your parents to you to parents, and I want to say some other people, whatever, the one that ended up getting the inhaler thing. And of course, that's probably the most soup I've ate in my life. It was good though. Like from my toes to like my chest was probably all soup. But we went to go visit the mud volcanoes on that first trip. That was very fun experiences, and going on the train ride to Brasov. Even though we argued, oh, you're so a dick for that. I had to remember I wasn't in America anymore because we got in an argument, and I was like, man, screw her. And then I was hungry, and I was like, how the fuck you can order some pizza, dude? You don't even speak fucking Romanian. I was looking all around for you little punk asses hiding. Yeah. I just, it's like a caveman picture here. Yeah, I want this. How much this? And like a little girl was honest because she was like, it's like it was like, I thought she said like 20 lays or something like that. And I was handing her like the 20 lays. And she's like, no, it's only like, it was like way cheaper. The numbers came out different, and she gave me the change back. But it was very, very pretty city, like from that cathedral, the dark cathedral, the black cathedral. I don't know exactly how to say it. To that courtyard place we went to, very, very beautiful. Of course, caught the train ride back, arguing again. That was some dumbass stuff, like we always do. I think that was a whole little Troy thing. Whatever. Yeah. But even with all that argument, I'm still happy I went to Brasov. Shamin, little smart ass. It's not smart ass, isn't like negative, like you're a smart ass. It's a smart girl, Agnes. That was beautiful. I mean, it was super cool. We all took that walk to their house because I don't want to blend in all the times we went there, but that was for sure. We walked there on the first one. Because I say Tony, you and your sister all went to walk to Armin's house, whatever. Trying to think of little small things besides me. I smoked a freaking cigarette. I think that was like the first cigarette I ever smoked. She was like, if you smoke, it's gonna stop the coughing. Smoked that old nasty ass freaking cigarette. They ain't stop no damn coughing. Drinking all the goddamn moonshine and wine I could get to sleep, and it still wasn't helping. That was torturous. Yeah, the safe flight home. I think it's something else about that trip to Romania. I'll come back to it because, of course, this thing is unprofessional. But then we started going to nothing but cakes. Oh my god, I would tear a whole dozen of things up right now if I had the opportunity. This time, started moving the stuff from my house to your house. That was hell. I remember we were driving. I want to say it was like part of a couch or something. And you sat in the back and you held the couch while we went over the freaking 210 bridge. All that freaking moving. Let me see. These things might be out of order, but I really don't care. There. Oh, a little trip to San Antonio with Allie, like during the hurricanes. Freaking amazing. Riding those little scooters around the city. That was so much fun. Um, I think we ate at like a Thai restaurant. Yeah, it's just a beautiful town inside of San Antonio. It's my favorite city. Well, one of my favorite cities, if not my favorite city. I'm happy I got to share that with you. And yeah, I think that was the time that you stole the water bottles. um, Before we got on the boat ride. Uh, but yeah, that was kind of a devastating. Even out of all that devastation, man, we found the beauty in of it, beauty in it, because when we came back, um, everything was messed up, and we still, out of all that devastation, got married. Something I never thought in my life I would do, like ever, ever. I was supposed to be a hoe until I die, and when I got old, I'd have been just a sugar daddy, still a hoe. Uh, yeah, but you're the person that made me change that whole mindset, and thank you for that. Because I had a conversation with Derek probably about 2 days ago. And I told him, man, it's nothing like putting 100% into one person, and that's what marriage does. You know, I know at the beginning I was still fighting the idea, but eventually, you broke me like a freaking stud. Like you rolled my ass until I was just this old Jared I am now. This whole whack ass nigga, but whack and in love with you. After that freaking hurricane, boy, um, it was hot. I remember helping you out with your freaking roof. Not only was it hot, they had the freaking mosquitoes inside there. Oh, Jesus Christ. And no, but there was some fun times when you and I would go do the gas runs. I felt like it was on the freaking Walking Dead. We'll have to leave and go get some gas and some oil for the generator. And then we had our little alarm set to wake up to remember to because we knew exactly what time the gas would run out, and we'll wake up and we'll go and refill it with the gas. Yeah, that was some fun times, and also the times we spent with Allie doing the uh, go and get food. She was like, "Did you know there's a carnival with a whole bunch of food on Highway 14 with hot food?" I'm like, okay, so I went there. Freaking $20 for a freaking chicken. I'm exaggerating. It was like $7-9 for a freaking chicken on the stick. Uh, Everything was super expensive. Yeah, I understood why the little chick was wearing a freaking Rolex watch, driving a Benz that owned those two little food trucks or whatever like that. Shit, she has been making a killing. Um, oh, and of course, our dates going to A-Bears during that time to get some hot food, and many a times. Uh, Got some amazing food, and I'm freaking hungry right now. If I knew how to cook, I'll go open up that store and start cooking. Um, Trying to think of other things like during the hurricane. Of course, if you remember, of course, if you're watching this, I'm not here anymore, but whatever. Just go through your own head. Um, I do remember, well, Alex had helped us hook up the electricity to the generator to the main hub, or whatever like that. And so it was good. But then eventually, the electricity came back on. I was so freaking happy. I remember your electricity came on before, and soft electricity came on before Lake Charles electricity came on, and we started playing our little mini golf game in VR. Uh, those were some awesome times. Like, I always wanted you to be equal to me. So when I was like getting the Oculus, even though I know you probably never freaking play it, I was like, man, she's gonna need an Oculus as well. And so, yeah, I'm happy I made the choice of getting both of us an Oculus so we can share. Both of us getting an Oculus so we can share that mini golf game together. We still haven't found all the freaking ball. Well, we found all the balls. I want to say we haven't found all the little clues. That was super fun. I love stuff like that. And also rebuilding the fence back together. That was fun. Now that was a huge project. Like we did the garage sensors, we did the front door. I mean the side mirror on by the passenger door, but the fence was like one of my favorites. Dad just came, showed us how to do it, and we finished that whole thing. I remember that morning he said, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and we can finish it. And you and I just stuck out there that whole night and finished it. And when he came back inside the morning, he just stared at it. He was like, "These little kids know how to do something." Yeah. What else? Yeah, repairing all those things. Oh yeah, freaking you, my dad and me. My dad goes up to the house about to get sold. He steps through the roof in the kitchen. I'm like, oh God, call the dude. What's his name? Robbie, come fix it. Then I go up there. My foot go through the freaking roof inside the where the washer and dryer was. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Then all of a sudden you come over, like 2 days before the house is getting sold. Your foot go through the roof of the garage. Oh man, we did a ghetto patch, but hey, it made it. Couldn't really tell the difference unless you really stared at it. Yeah, but all about 3 or 5 foot went through that roof. Staying with you. While we got that's where it fits in in the puzzle pieces. That's when we was moving all the stuff from that house to your house, and you have to hold that couch inside the back of the truck, whatever like that. And then we lived at your house. I remember little Blair. Well, Al gave him a little name. That was my little nigga, man. I remember one day I had to go do my little drinking, whatever like that, to go to sleep. So I got out of your bed while you were at work, and I was walking. That nigga ran in front of me. And nigga looked left, he looked right. He was like, "Okay, bro, the coast is clear. You safe." As if he was gonna save me or something. Then I did my little drink, and then I was walking back, and he had to eat. He was hungry, man. And then he kind of gave me that look like, "Bro, you go ahead. I'm gonna be right there." He finished eating, and I would go lay inside the bed. And nigga came curl up next to my chest. Yeah, I love little Blair, man. Then we found out to make the big transition into our own, into this house right here. Since I had too many holes at the other house, uh, at my previous house, whatever like that. And this is the first house I ever, like, I stayed with Dennis at Pecan Acres. Then I moved to the Charlestonians by myself. Then I moved to Country Club Point by myself. Then I moved. Well, we stayed in the Pecan Acres. Then we stayed in this place called Timber Ridge. Then we stayed in the Charlestonian. No, inside the Lake Chateau. And that's when the hurricane happened, and he left. And then I moved to the Charlestonian, and then I stayed at Country Club Point, and then I stayed at 1507 Tuscany. Not one of those homes, I changed my address on my license because I just never felt it was home, you know. And here, the 7th place I lived at, was the first time I changed my address on my license to on my license card, whatever like that. We had our little fun projects. Installing the blinds was fun. Getting all the measurements correct. And then that time we couldn't find we had like 1 or 2 blinds we had left, and all these were out. And so we drove all the way to, I want to say Orange, Texas, to their Home Depot, and ended up getting the final blinds. And that was fun. setting up the alarm system with the Cove. All the little sensors we had to hang around and put up the little stickers, whatever like that, and the little things out the front yard. The cameras. I'm surprised not one of us stepped through the ceiling. uh, Doing the camera over the garage. Um, yeah, but a bunch of little small projects. I'm missing that one. Two, there. Go fit in somewhere if I think about it. I'm trying to fit in all the Oh no, I don't think we did yet. No, we didn't yet. So I was trying to think if we went to. I want to say ours. So I think I went 2000, if I remember correctly, it's like 2019, 2021, 2022 to Romania, if I'm thinking about it correctly. So I was trying to think if we went to Romania 2 times before we had moved into this house. But I think we went to Romania twice here. If I'm wrong, I can't be 100%. I have a decent memory, but it's not perfect. But no, when you tried to burn down the house on the 4th of July, yeah, we'd had our own personal fireworks there. Yeah, Jesus Christ, those few little minutes, whatever like that, caused me like 7 hours of hell in painting. I'm wearing the shorts right now that I wash, and the freaking paint still on them things. But yeah, just happy the house didn't burn down. Yeah, I should have told you just put the lid back on to smother it, or not throw water on it, but whatever. It's all part of marriage. Crazy shit happens. Of course, we didn't make it to Costa Rica for my birthday because somebody has had COVID. Not saying any names. Yeah, I wish we could have went to Costa Rica that time because it would have also canceled out the second time that we tried to go to Costa Rica and got screwed with the Indian guy just recently because we wanted to use the credits from our first Costa Rica trip on this one, and all that went to shit. We just wasn't meant to go to Costa Rica, babe. I don't know why would Costa Rica have against us, but it didn't want us to go to Costa Rica. And then yeah. Then it was my second time going to Romania. And that was probably my favorite out of the 3 times because we stayed in Bucharest. It was so cute, man, because we surprised your parents. Bucharest was fun. We stayed at the Moxie Hotel. Just nod your head, yeah. Yeah, Moxie Hotel. You're right, Jared. It was pretty nice, and all those people that was hanging out on the that little courtyard in Bucharest. Man, they made up for the first time we went to Bucharest and argued the whole time. We had a beautiful. Oh, I had a beautiful time. I hope you did as well. The second time we went to Bucharest. Then we caught the train. Then we Ubered to your parents' house, and we just knocked on the door, and they had no clue we were even showing up. That time we went to the. Was it both times? I want to say both times, or just that time. Maybe that time or both times we went to the. I'm not for sure that time we went to the salt mine, and we was also went to Bama Vacay. That was amazing, of course. Seen so many beautiful cheeks in my life. I wish we went to the nude part with me, but whatever. Yeah, that was an amazing time at Bama Vacay. Remember the pretentious ass, because I had 2 people that worked the hotel front. They had the pretentious ass little skinny one who wants to be all looking perfect, and they had the other one that was kind of like chubby and super cool, man. What's it visiting, oh man, yeah, we visited the park when we came back, and I wouldn't say it was Armin's mom, Agnes, you and I. Yeah, we drove there because Armin and his girlfriend Maria. I'm not rolling no freaking horse from Maria was there, and we were going to pick them up. Little Agnes looked at me, and she was like, "You stand up straight. Don't slouch your shoulders." I was like, "Man, these freaking Romanian women are being bossy since they little kids. I see where Alina gets this from." She was dead serious about me slouching. Yeah, she played the little swing things with the little kids and walked next to the water and whatnot. That was super amazing little moment. You know, all the times Nesalika and you and I went to the park was cool as well. Um, the the hotel part was a freaking headache on our last San Antonio trip. But putting that love lock in us writing our own little personal engraving on the back of it was freaking amazing, all the way to the side. That was definitely worth it. You know, I also went to Texas. I want to say we went to Texas de Brazil right after it. We did the night boat ride. That was my first time ever doing a night boat ride. Out of all the times I went to San Antonio, and we had the guy who was pissed off over the clowns. You know what happened? You know what happened? Steven, whatever. Dude, that make all the freaking scary moves. I really don't have time to think about it. It comes inside of my head because it's super unimportant. But he came with a movie called It, and it made clowns freaky and scary. And then the clown place shut down. I'm like, God damn, boy, this boy taking this clown place serious, bro. Yeah, that was a fun time. But to be honest with you, of course you didn't know this. Probably gonna start choking up and shit. I hope I don't. But the reason why I rushed you to connect all my bank accounts before we went on that trip, well, I mean, like before my birthday, whatnot, because I was supposed to die on my birthday. I always had this little thought that that I hate when people say like people get sad on people that pass away on their birthday. They get sad, and then they get sad again on their death day. I was like, I'm just gonna put it all into one little section, and so I was like 100% sure I was gonna commit suicide on my birthday, April 30th, 2022. Yeah, and then I had all my what I was supposed to do was I said, okay, on April 30th, because it's April 29th, I had to do a whole bunch of stuff. And then on April 30th, I'm going to do my videos on my whole life thing. Never had planned on doing individual videos on my whole life. And then when I wake up, I'm going to wake up at 12 o'clock. I'm going to wake up early this day, and I'm going to finish it by like 2 o'clock. And I started talking. I have like a 2 hour and 34-minute video going from like birth to like, I made up to like 11th grade, and then you came, and then you stopped me, because I was kind of like in this situation right here. And you're like, are you ready to go to the swimming pool? Oh shit, I can't finish this video. It's like, okay, we go to the swimming pool, come back, and I'll finish the video when we come back. And then I want to say like the swimming pool at Spar or whatever like that was closed. And then, so I want to say it was Saturday maybe, and it was closed early. And then we would go eat at an Asian restaurant. I want to say that Red Apple place. Not for sure. But I know when we go, he took me out to eat. And then by the time I made it back home, it was like 8 or 9. I was supposed to do it at 8:47 because that's the time I was born. I was going to say I'm going to leave and go somewhere, and I wouldn't have never made it back. But because I couldn't finish my videos that day, I couldn't die. I have to get those videos out. They're all done now. I just have to get my parents on this one now. But yeah, couldn't finish the videos, and I wasn't gonna die the day after my freaking birthday, because I had all planned for the birthday. And then, lighter note, our grass started to die, and trying to change the subject. Big ass booger up. No, maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. Grass started to die, and we had another little project of the grass painting project. That was fun, dude. Especially watching that dog. That dog come running and walk over it. I was like, oh man, this can't be. He's not gonna. Oh, he did it. He's stuffing dead inside the paint. And then the old lady to the right of us, she woke up. I remember seeing inside the. I looked outside the window, and it was her and some other guy that she was having doing work on the house. And they were just staring at the grass like, "Fuck, is this shit so green?" Yeah, that was fun. Oh man, I really enjoy all of our Fridays. Going inside it started off going inside the backyard where there freaking mosquitoes, or it's too cold, or it's too hot, and then we eventually moved to the sunroom, and amazing conversations, relaxations, and yes, I'm not taking it to my grave. I do put my feet on your. I'm sitting on one right now. On your little inflatable chair, and I move them back and forth because it relaxes me and also relaxes you. So no, you wasn't crazy. I was just trying to make you feel like you was crazy. You're moving, Jared. You're moving. No, I ain't moving. Yeah, that was me moving my feet. Finally happened when you finally sold your house, because that was a headache, man. And I remember driving that big ass U-Haul truck to get the stuff out of the storage container. And then we just came back and dumped all this shit. And 2 days later, we had one of the craziest moments of our lives, getting all our stuff together, trying to get the my passport that expired that we didn't check. This gets our flight for our third time to go to Romania. Yeah, none of that should have happened. Like none. Like especially according to our luck, you know. Latest shit getting to the. Don't have a photo first of all, because they said make sure when you show up you have to have a photo. Latest shit about like 30 minutes later, 40 minutes late, because we kept missing the wrong exits. Plus it was gonna be late regardless. Driving to all those freaking Walgreens trying to get a freaking picture. Then we finally get there. The guy let me go through, and then I don't have a picture. Let me get out of line, go take a picture, and come back. And then I take a picture, and I'm wearing an all-white shirt, which is not supposed to be used on the passport because it looks like a head is just floating there. And they let that shit slide. And then we go to the Galleria. 4 hours later, they give me a freaking passport. Like, whoever imagined that was even possible? Yeah. So, I don't. It was just meant for us to go to Romania that day. No, fuck. We had the same thought process. So that the area was the three of us. It was you next to the window, me in the middle, and the Arabic guy that was to the left. And he was super nice. He was like, I'm gonna go find another seat. And then we thought about it, bro. Both our feet was sticking it crazy. And for sure he probably left that seat just because he couldn't stand the smell of our feet, whatever. It was I'm happy he left because God, I needed to stretch out, man. I had a lot of fun visiting that one. Had a lot of fun visiting Tatiana's, your friend Tatiana's school for the English class or whatnot. Even a little walk afterwards. And we all walked through the park to get like the little Uber thing, whatever, like that, to go to the mall, I want to say. And yeah. Uh, so I think other things that happened during that trip. Honestly, a lot of times, I mean, I was happy that you got to hang out with your parents because a lot of time I stayed upstairs and hung out with Armin, which is a cool time, or whatever, like that. Uh, yeah. Oh man, I'm missing the second part of the second trip to Romania. I'm totally missing our Amsterdam trip. I mean, a lot of part of that was was arguing. But yeah, that's probably why. Like, I'm happy we went to Amsterdam together. But yeah, we argued a lot on that freaking street, man. Then the freaking boat ride. Oh, we got to ride the Tesla. That was cool. Yeah, I'm going all the way back. We got to ride inside the Tesla. It's freaking $60. Freaking ridiculous. And the boat ride was too late. And that was the day Becky Miner, or whatever her name was, Miner, committed suicide. Um, Beautiful, beautiful city. Wish we could have experienced it during the day, but whatever. Like then we made it back. I love our little cooking projects like the fajitas. Of course, we still kept our baked potatoes, the ribs. Really good, really good. I mean, I'm so inconsistent, but I promise you, if you let me cook ribs 7 days in a row for 1 week, I would get it correct. Yeah, ribs. I just love how we always, like, whatever we start, from our fajitas to the ribs to the baked potatoes, we always, like I said, with the wings situation, we all started off and we perfected it, adding one little thing at a time until we made it perfect for us. And inside of my head, there's no restaurant that can mess with our stuff. Like none. Of course, I love watching Amazing Race with you. I hope we get to finish it because we only have like 3 more episodes, so we'll be able to finish season 34 because I won't be here for season 35. Sorry, I love you. I'm about to fucking cry. The Ozarks, yeah, we didn't finish that. Didn't finish that final season for some reason. I don't know. Like, part of me was like, I want to keep Ozarks as Ozarks. It's kind of like Game of Thrones type thing, you know. Game of Thrones is amazing 1 through 7, and the last season spoiled it. I think like subconsciously, I was like, I don't want the final season of Ozarks to spoil every single thing that we had. So we just keep diving out. Oh, I gave up on The Walking Dead. You maintained it. I just couldn't stare at people for 15 minutes. A person. I did have fun watching Game of Thrones with you back then. I remember I ended up ordering HBO just so we can watch it together. The Vikings was good. Suits is thinking of all the TV shows we watched together. The Vikings, Suits, pretty good. Last Kingdom, Billions. Thank you for watching my favorite show. Well, it only had 1 season in my head. The other 3 seasons are whack as shit. I'm drawing a freaking blank. I've been talking for an hour, 24 minutes. We got the little time at the bottom. It's not like I'm keeping track of this out of my head. I only known you for freaking not even 7 years. 6 years in is it 2022? August makes 6 years. Like 6 years and 6 months. Yeah. My math's probably off on that. But yeah, dude, I haven't. And I'm not even trying to intentionally go long. I think my longest video is like an hour and 25 minutes with probably like Byron or Kenan or Ray, one of the little niggas. And I knew them niggas since the day I was born. I mean, not the day I was born, like 4 or 5 years old, you know? So I knew them niggas for about, whew, 36 years. I've known you for like 6 years and whatever. You just mean a lot to me. We share so many moments together, and of course, this is probably like 10% of all the things that we share together. Because I'll still be talking until next week if I want to bring up every single thing that we done together. I'm just trying to think of random memories that pops into my head. Um, Westworld, Westworld. That's what I'm trying to think of. Thank you for watching Westworld with me. That's another thing I love to share with you. Um, of course, all of our little YouTube shows like the Budgeteers, of course, to get to tier one, the Casper Report, Geography Now, till it start getting stupid at the end. Um, but yeah, TV shows, the movies, uh, YouTube channels. I don't know, Alina. That's all I can think of right now. Sorry for every time I hurt you. And fuck, like to my grave. Like after the whole little situation, the whole Tanya bullshit, I didn't do shit after that. Um, that was stupid. I should never let somebody that weak have that much power over you. Because you're a powerful ass person. Um, how was that? Sometimes my future self taught me, and I'm so crying. Just don't follow people weak. Dudes dumb shit, man. You're gonna be in a weak spot, but stay strong. Yeah, just stay strong. You're literally my soulmate. I feel like your soulmate too. Trying to think of a light note. There's a movie we watched called Cloud Atlas where it was like at the beginning of the times, like caveman time. They showed like about like 20 minutes of it, and then they all died, and then they came back, and it was during like the Roman time, and they found each other again, and then they died, and then it went all the way up to like current time. They found each other again. It's like the souls just kept finding each other again. And I feel like after I die, and one day when you pass away, because it's gonna happen, we'll find each other again. So beautiful. I took those mushrooms. My brain kept going to my brain kept going to different eternities. And every single one of the eternities, I want to bring you with me. Out of all the people, you're crazy ass. Fucking charged. Oh, tell me I trying not to cry. My dumb ass trying not to cry. Shit. It's been a minute, hour and 29 minutes. I'll just wait till it go to 131 because I'll special number. I love you. You know. Fuck. I think it's some of the crazy stuff. I started another video. I don't think the things that popped on top, man, it's super important things. It's super important for us. But you have a lot of options. Sell the house and move to Romania. Have Anna come live with you here, so you be close to friends and children. I don't know.